Hey guys, so we'll be doing a 6 to 8 month update just because this is the first update that I'll be doing for Dasha. At 6 months, when we took her in for her checkup, she weighed 25 pounds and 21 ounces. She measured 21 ounces. It was then that the doctor gave us the okay to start feeding her solids. Because she was starting to hold her head better, she was supporting it better, and she was supporting her head better while she was sitting. She didn't sit really well at 6 months. She started to sit better around 7 months on her own. 6 months we started her on solids. She began eating pureed baby food, usually the Gerber kind, and the any fruits that I would make for her, I would smash it up really good, so puree style. She didn't do really well with chunks by 6 months, but as by 7 months she was starting to eat chunks. That's when I finally safely, introduced her to chunks, and she's doing really well. So she didn't really have she was starting to chew also, although she only has 2 bottom teeth, which came out at 5 months. And now that she's 8 months, she has 4 teeth on top coming out at the same time. So that's fun. For teething, we use the Highland teething tablets. They work really well. When she was younger, we used the gel, the Highland teething gel, because I was kind of paranoid with the tablets at that time, even though they dissolve quickly. But yeah, now she uses the teething tablets no problem. She sucks on them and they dissolve. Shh, we're trying to make a video here. Yeah. Okay. Face the camera. They want to see. So where was I? So as a result of her teething, she's had a horrible sleeping time at night, especially. During the day, she takes 2 naps now at 8 months. Before, around 6 months, she would take around 3 naps during the day. And so now she has a nap in the morning time and a nap in the afternoon time, and then she'll go to bed around 8 and 9 at night. But since she started teething, she's started to go to bed between 9 and 10, and she'll wake up between 7 and 8. Whereas before, she would go to sleep, like I mentioned before, she would go to sleep between 8 and 9, and she'll wake up between 8 and 9. So it was pretty good. But so yeah, so now as she's teething through the night, she gets pains really bad. She wakes up constantly. I try to give her 2 teething tablets, or sometimes 3 before her bedtime. It all depends how fussy she is. Usually she falls asleep with no problem, and then she gets fussy at night and she'll wake up. So sometimes I'll give it to her before her bedtime, or when she wakes up at nighttime, and she'll knock out and sleep the rest of the day with no problem, rest of the night with no problem. At 6 months, she was only rolling around. That was her only way of transportation at the time. And she would army crawl, like scooting forward, pulling herself forward. Like a lot of babies, they start crawling backwards. She never did that. Like my nephew, he would start crawling backwards, and so I was expecting her to start off crawling backwards, trying to figure out her GPS. It's okay. But yeah, so she started directly crawling forward at 7 months. And that's when she began sitting by herself, unsupported as well. Right? You became a big girl at 7 months? Yeah. Also, at 6 months, we introduced her to, newbie sippy cup bottles. Someone's calling. Okay, so getting back to what we were talking about, these are the newbie bottles that I introduced her to. In the beginning, she didn't really get the concept of these because you have to bite down and then suck. She just went straight from the baby bottle, where from sucking. Well, I'm breastfeeding, but she would also, I would pump out milk for her when my mother-in-law would take care of her and so forth. And so she would have the baby bottle there. But since I introduced her to these, the squeezing part, the biting part, she didn't really get until a couple weeks later. And I would demonstrate for her, like, and I'll bite down, and she would look at me, and then I'll give it to her to try it. And it took a couple of tries for her to do it. I'm sorry. Okay, she wants her bottle. There's a little bit of lemonade in it. I'm sorry. Jeez. Okay. And just to show you, these are the teething tablets that we use, the Highland homeopathic teething tablets. I really prefer homeopathic medicine just because my mom used these on me as well, and on my brothers and sister. So I just found out about these a couple days ago actually, and these are perfect for on the go, especially because sometimes we take, well, to visit her grandmother, her Oma, because her father is German, and well, she would get hungry in the back, and then I would try to spoon feed her, and that was just a horrible mess. And with these, I give it to her. I have to hold it for her still because she'll squeeze it, and then it'll just spray all over her face. But she does really, she sucks on these very well, and I have to hold it, help her eat it, because yeah, like I said earlier, she'll just make a mess of herself. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but she's in 12 months close since she turned 6 months. So she's been, we just figured it was more money-wise saving, getting her in 12 months close since then. It's okay. Getting her in 12 months close because babies grow so fast. And when she was younger, I would have to get new size clothes for her every month because she was just growing so fast. Now her growth rate, since she turned 6 months, her growth rate is has leveled out. It's leveled out. So thankfully we don't have to go through so many different sizes. Yeah. Like I said, so she's eating chunks now, and she'll eat my food that I cook, rice and beans. Macaroni and cheese. She doesn't eat macaroni and cheese a lot just because I don't like her having so much cheese. If she does have macaroni and cheese, she'll probably have like 5 noodles. And but the rest she'll eat really well. She does love noodles. She loves spaghetti. What else, Dasha? She's recognizing people a lot better now. She gets excited especially when she sees my sister. My sister used to talk to her a lot in the belly, and it was like she recognizes her voice or something, because she only does that to 2 people. It's my sister and my sister-in-law. They both talk to her in my belly, like with crazy voices, you know, so excited voices, stuff like that. And she loves them. She adores them. She does really well with them. She gets excited to see them. If my sister will leave the house, or if my sister-in-law will say goodbye, she just starts crying. She doesn't want them to go. She's a size 4 in diapers right now. And so yeah, that was another thing that we're jumping. That was another. Okay. So that was another thing that we're jumping through, was diapers, different sizes. So now she's a size 4. She's been a size 4 for a couple months now, and we get her Pampers, Pampers size 4. So another thing that I love at the moment are these containers where she can stick her hand through and grab puffs, broken cookies, or whatever you want to put there, blueberries, I guess. I think that would be pretty messy though. it took her a while to figure out how to actually stick her hand in, but then again, I would show her as well, and she finally gets the hang of it. She'll put, okay, so like I was trying to say before, but my battery died, and then I had to put her to her nap. I just showed her how to put her hand in and take out her snacks, and then she started doing that, but it's a little troublesome. It's more of a challenge for her to actually take them out, because these things, they come up with you, and sometimes, well, with her little tiny hands, they'll just take the treat right out of her hand. So something that she figured out how to do is just hold one of the flats down, and she'll shake it, and then the treats will go flying. Wherever they land, she'll just pick them up and start eating them. I mean, it kind of beats the purpose of having them in a container and not eating them off the floor, but yeah, what the hell, right? But I think that's everything for her 6 to 8 month update. I will be doing a 9-month update for her. So if you have any questions, anything that I left out, or anything that you would like to know specifically, just leave them in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you for watching this video. Bye!